Hi all, welcome to Module 3 of Successful Micropension Design. In our last module, we talked about marketing and effective communication. And today, we will focus on reaching your ideal client. In this module, you will learn how to build a lifelong relationship with your client. Strangers become friends, friends become clients, and clients become ambassadors in practice. Secondly, who can help you with matchmaking? You might consider a third party to reach Maria or Mohammed. And lastly, you will learn how to support the matchmaking partner. Based on your feasibility study, you will already know who your ideal clients are, what they look like, where they live, and what kind of work they do. Let's think. Do you remember your client profile? Or should I call it client avatar? Anyway, at this point, they are still strangers. How do you find them? How do you get in contact with these people? And what should they know about your organization? Getting to know each other is the first step in building a lifelong relationship. To get to know each other, you have to meet, see, or communicate with strangers several times before they become familiar with you. And they can start trusting you, become friends, recognize your value, and finally become clients. It's like dating. Would you commit to marrying on your first date? The second step is about ongoing value creation for your client. On a regular basis, you will have to offer value to your client. You have to make sure the client is aware of your exceptional product with the benefits you are offering. Whoever said a good marriage happens by itself? And thirdly, to establish and maintain trust, transparency throughout the client journey is very important. I use the word client journey because this is our method of looking at the logistics behind reaching your ideal client. Let's have a look at building a lifelong relationship from your client's perspective. We will do this by creating the client journey I just mentioned, the journey a client will go through using your micropension product. It all starts by Maria hearing about the product through a friend or on the radio. Then she might have a group session to hear about what a pension is and receive a brochure to discuss with her husband. Next, she could have a one-on-one session to understand what a pension could do for her. If Maria is interested, she signs up and starts saving for a pension. Maria has said yes. Now Maria is your client, and you should focus on creating value for Maria again and again. This value can be delivered in different ways. For Maria, being able to deposit in a very convenient manner is valuable. Her deposits could be done cash, at a booth in the market, or digitally by mobile phone. Information the client receives should be valuable and delivered at the right time. Financial literacy group training is also of value to Maria, as she will be more competent planning for her future. The key part is that when a client needs information, or wishes to withdraw money, she knows exactly what to do. When taking a look at our workbook, you will find a fill-in exercise to create a first draft of your client journey. When I created my first client journey, I was surprised at how many steps and details are involved, and it helped me tremendously in organizing all the ideas in my head in a logical order. The client journey will be slightly different per country, culture, and dependent on involvement of distribution partners. Going through your client's needs and experiences is very helpful to detail your distribution strategy. It will help you to create transparency and define how and when a client has access to which valuable information. It will also help you to clarify which elements in the client journey you will want to execute yourself and which parts can be outsourced to partners. This is dependent on factors such as on-the-ground presence of your organization, availability of staff, levels of control, and associated cost. In general, for a micropension scheme, partnering with distribution partners is more cost efficient. In one of our projects in the Solomon Islands, they are currently piloting a hybrid model. They are working with distribution partners to reach out to groups and are organizing market sessions themselves to reach out to individuals. This also gives them the opportunity to learn from their clients firsthand and monitor associated costs of this method. Today we are zooming in on matchmaking and payment collection. In other words, the effective distribution of your micropension product. Great! Now we know what a client journey looks like. For micropensions to be successful for your client and for you, it is key that the distribution is very effective up to the last mile. Ideally, Muhammad sees the same person on a weekly basis to establish a relationship and build trust. Trust that he is supported and trust that his money is safe and accessible. For your distribution strategy to work well, fair cost is super important. By fair cost, we mean low cost for your client. So I can hear you thinking, what is low cost? Cost should be less than 3% over assets under management, or just a few dollars a year per client for all the work that has to be done. So only part of that cost can be spent on distribution. For the distributor, fair cost means he can earn a profit on his work. When working on a project in India, we met several MFI that recognized the benefit of a micropension product. But when the fee structure was halved, they stopped supporting the distribution because they were simply losing money. For both your distributor as well as for you, there should be a sustainable business case. Another important point to recognize is the role the distributor can play in the financial education of clients. In Module 2, we spoke about the necessity of educating the client about pension and its benefits. We, however, did not speak about who should do the educational work. Maybe your distribution partner is much more fit for the task. Think about that. So let's have a look at which role your distribution partner could or should play. In our work on micropensions, we have seen distinction in choices for distribution partners. The four main distinctions we have found are: 1. Targeting individuals versus groups of clients. Working with existing groups has the advantage that there is peer pressure to save, and support by group leaders creates a shortcut to building trust. Are you looking for people support or technology support? Or both? In Module 5, we will look into technology in more detail. The third key choice is between cash payments and digital payments. Here, aspects such as safety of cash payments as well as availability and costs of mobile money come into play. Also, clients' current acceptance of digital payment methods and understanding their issues around mobile money are important. The fourth distinction is if the same party will only do matchmaking with new clients or also collect payments on a regular basis over a long period of time. From our experience, especially in Ghana, we learned that doing digital registration from day one onwards for signing up and payments prevents a lot of hassle, paperwork, and backlog. When you have made or have insight into some of the choices around your distribution, you can start looking at who can help you with matchmaking. This can range from MFI to mobile providers and existing saving groups. It might also be a good idea to look at agent networks who are active in your location. In Ghana, we know that People's Pension Trust has made arrangements with unions. For instance, a cocoa buyers union suggests their Medakje product to cacao farmers, which is proving to be very successful. For a successful and effective distributor, there are three main points to take into consideration. 1. The outreach of the network. 2. How the network is set up. And 3. How the network functions in operation. For the outreach, a research in India by Micropension in early 2017 into payment agent networks showed that trust in and last mile accessibility of the agent is very important for a client like Maria to use the agent. So you should think about the client base of your distributor. Is Maria his client already? Or does a distributor offer you a marketplace Maria comes to? Remind yourself that you are looking for a shortcut. In setting up effective distribution, fraud prevention will lower risk of money being lost. Fraud prevention can be built in several manners. Through IT systems that flag suspicious transactions, or you might want to work with agent wallets. Training of the distributor will greatly influence the performance of your distribution partner and which message they bring onto your client. During operation, ongoing support of your distributor will help you to deliver value again and again, and understand why certain agents perform well. To this end, we are currently working on agent analysis in Ghana. By analyzing the data created in every transaction or interaction with the client of People's Pension Trust, we are able to measure performance and savings. You want your client to deposit on a regular basis, right? So you should have multiple payment options. Just look at yourself. Would you start saving if you can only deposit through the post office where you hardly ever come? Well, if it were possible to pay by mobile phone, it is just a 1-minute time demand, easy and convenient. Try to find out what preferred payment options for your clients are there. Earlier, we talked about ongoing value creation. Value creation to build that lifelong relationship with your client. The ultimate goal is supporting your client to save recurrently. Without recurring savings, there will not be a sum of money for your client in old age. Support of your distribution partner is crucial. What can your distribution partner offer your client? See it as a soldier. Would you send him to war without ammunition? His ammunition could be access to information or financial incentives. Might be tools, marketing materials. Whatever you decide to arm your distribution partner with, remember that a clear message and training along the way will improve performance.
Well, we've come to the end of this module. To briefly recap, in this module you've learned how to build lifelong relationships. Strangers becoming friends, friends becoming clients, and clients becoming ambassadors. Secondly, who can help you with matchmaking? And lastly, how to support the matchmaking process. And don't forget to look into your workbook so you can make this into something for your organization.